Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. So, continuing my daily upload streak, I told you guys I was serious this time. Today's story time is definitely a crazy one, and a recent one. Like I said, the last week and a half has been some of the craziest days of my life, I would say. Like, story after story after story has been happening, and I'm stoked to tell you about them. This one happened 3 days after the most recent one I told, so about a week ago at this point. Maybe a little over a week. My time frame's a little off, but it was recently. It was within the last week and a half, and it was a couple days after the Airbnb situation I just talked about was. If you're confused what I'm talking about or you're new here, there's a playlist on my channel called Stories, and you can just click that, and it goes in order. So if you just watch the two videos before this one, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Definitely go watch that video. It's a crazy one. But anyway, yeah, today's story time is a recent one. It takes place about a week ago. I was hanging out with one of my friends. Let's just call this friend Aaron, okay? Now, me and Aaron were chilling at my house. I wasn't at that Airbnb anymore because I didn't want to stay there anymore because I was paranoid from, getting robbed, and also I didn't really need to stay there anymore. So I was back at my house, and me and Aaron are hanging out there, just kind of kicking it, and he's like, yo, you want to skate today? And I was like, I'm down. It was a nice day out. We don't really get a lot of nice days in New York in the winter, so I was like, yeah, man, let's do it. So me and him got our boards, and we went to the skate park. So me and Aaron get to the skate park, and we're just skating around, having a good time. We were there for a few hours, honestly, and enjoying it. And on hour 3 is when everything kind of started to go to shit. So for the first few hours of us being there was not a lot of people there. It was like me, Aaron, and like maybe 3 or 4 other people. It was very chill. We knew the other people too. Like we saw them around at other parks before. So it was all cool, right? But then on hour 3, a bunch of people started pulling up, like lots and lots of people, which I usually don't have a problem with. I don't mind packed skate parks because I actually like seeing other people skate and watching what they do. But this one car pulled up and a bunch of dudes hopped out who I've met in the past and who do not like me very much, and I don't like them very much because I kind of had a history with these dudes. I met them before at another skate park, and they were just kind of assholes. Like, they were just getting our way on purpose. They were drinking and getting drunk and, like, throwing their beer cans all over the ramps and shit, getting in the way. They weren't even there to skate. That's the annoying part. Like, they would just show up to parks and drink. And, like, if that's what you want to do, whatever, but just stay out of the way. Like, other people are there to skate, and if you're getting in their way and then getting mad about it when you're in their way, that's your fucking problem. So anyway, they pull up to the park, and I look at my friend Aaron, and I was like, yo, Aaron, we should probably leave. Like, these kids are assholes. They get in the way. They get drunk. They get kind of angry when you tell them to move. I don't really want to deal with it. He's like, all right, man, like, let me get one more run in. I'm like, all right, dude. So I just kind of sit back on the bench, and Aaron's skating around for a little bit for, like, the last 5 or 10 minutes. And I'm just kind of sitting there watching everybody else skate. And, of course, these asshole kids that just walked in come up to me immediately because they recognize me from the last time. And, like, the leader of their group walks up to me, and he's like, hey, what's up, man? And I was like, what's up, dude? How you doing? He's like, pretty good. I recognize you. Were you at the other park back in the day? And I was like, yeah, man, I've been there before. He's like, I thought you looked familiar. Cool. And he turns around and he walks away. It wasn't like a hostile thing. He actually sounded pretty nice. So I was like, okay, maybe he's going to be cool this time. Maybe we don't have to leave. So I get up and I walk up to Aaron, and I'm like, yo, man, false alarm. Like, I think they're cool. Let's just, like, kick it here for a little bit longer. So I'm stoked now. I'm thinking, like, those dudes are cool now. They're not going to get drunk and be annoying. We'll be good. And then right when I think that, I turn around and I see them open up their backpacks and they all start busting out cans of beer and drinking, which, like I said, fine, I don't really care. But they're doing this on the main ramp that everybody uses. It's the one in the very middle. It's the one that pretty much everyone uses to go for anything. And keep in mind, this is when a lot of people have gotten there at this point. So there's a lot of people, like, trying to use that ramp. So when they sat down and started cracking beers, everyone's looking around like, yo, what the fuck? And a bunch of dudes actually walked up to us, and they were like, yo, you seen this shit? And I was like, yeah, man, it's annoying. I've seen these guys before. And pretty much everybody at the park was, like, on the same level of, like, fuck these guys, fuck them, let's ask them to leave. So me, Aaron, a bunch of these dudes that we had just met, and some other people walked up to these guys that were sitting on the ramp drinking, and it was probably, like, 6 of us or 7 of us versus, like, these 4, and I just spoke up for everybody. I was like, yo, guys, like, we got no problem with you drinking here. Like, if you want to go do it on, like, the bleachers or the bench, cool. But can you not sit on the ramp like we're trying to use it? And then the main guy, the leader of their fucking group, stands up. He looks like if Hot Topic was a human being. And he looks me in my eyes. And he's like, you think I care what you want to do, bro? Just immediately, like, being an asshole. Like, I don't understand what happened. He was being cool just a few minutes ago. Like, he was like, hey man, have I seen you around? But now he's being a dickhead. So I said that. I was like, yo, what's your problem? Like, we were just talking a few minutes ago and you seemed pretty cool with me, and now you're being a dick about it. He's like, I'm not being a dick. You're the one being a dick, bro. Coming up here asking me to move and shit. It's a fucking free park, bro. Like, I can come in here and do whatever I want. I'm like, bro, it's a skate park. It's for skating, and you're sitting on the ramps getting drunk. Like, move out of the way. Everyone here agrees that you're in the fucking way. There's 6 of us that agree that you are in the way. And everyone nods their head when I say that. Like, all the people behind me, like, on my side. And Mr. Angry Emo Man gets all up in my face, and he's like, oh, really? You guys don't like us here? Then get us to leave. Make us leave. And that's when some random dude from the park walks up and kind of intervenes. He's like, yo, man, we don't want no fight here. We don't want a problem. We just want you guys to sit over there on the bench while we can skate. And then that guy gets up in his face. The emo dude gets up in his face. And he's like, oh, you got a problem too? You and this motherfucker? How about you all make us leave? Come on, 6v4. Let's fucking do it. And clearly this dude was drunk. Like, he came to the park already drunk. His friends were speaking up too at one point, and they were kind of slurring their words. And the main guy that was like talking shit to us couldn't even walk properly. He was like stumbling. So it was clear that he showed up drunk already, which is concerning because he was the one driving. And I just said, I was like, listen, man, once again, we don't want no problem. Let's not like take this to what it doesn't need to be. Let's just like chill. I'm just saying it'd be really nice if we could move off the ramp. That was my final like, ask of him. And right when I say this, right when I finish my sentence, he proceeds to get up in my face and just throw me back. Like, pushes me as hard as he fucking can and sends me back on the ground. Pushes me down. And that's when I stood up and I was like, all right, we're going to play this game. Let's play this fucking game. And I got up with a lot of confidence because this dude was fucking hammered. One fucking touch of a finger and he's falling over. He's got no balance. So I stood up, and before I could even do anything back to this dude, Aaron comes out of nowhere and just grabs him by the shirt and sends him rolling down one of the skate ramps. Like, he threw him down the skate ramp. And the funniest part about it is when he went down the ramp, Aaron stayed holding on to him. So it looked like he was going down the ramp on him like a skateboard. It was so fucking funny, and the whole park started dying laughing. And the good news is the dude didn't even get really hurt. He had a couple little rashes on his arms, but like, he didn't get like seriously hurt from that. But it made him embarrassed enough to learn his lesson, to stop trying to fight us. And he got up after he fell down the ramp, and so did Aaron, and they both got up together, and the guy goes, you know what? Fuck all y'all. Y'all lame as fuck. That's what the emo dude said. And him and his friends, all his drunk friends, walked out of the park with him, leaving their beer cans behind. That dude, that motherfucker, was so embarrassed and just like so not ready to fight because of how drunk he was, that he just gave up and walked away with his friends, leaving everyone to skate again. But it gets better, okay? As they're walking out of the park, a police officer pulls up. There was a police officer that would patrol this park all the time, and he must have seen everybody in a big crowd. So he pulls up and he stops them because he could see the beer cans on the ramp. And he goes, excuse me, where you guys going? And the guy goes, home. The main dude, the fucking emo dude. And the cop goes, oh, no, you're not. I can see by the way you're walking. You cannot drive, sir. Like, you have to get a ride home or something. And the guy goes, fuck you, pig. That's literally what he said. This emo dude goes, fuck you, pig, and opens up the car door and starts getting in. To which the cop jumps out of his car, runs up to him and restrains him from getting in the car and throws his ass in some handcuffs and arrests him. So this dude, this fucking leader of the dickheads, got arrested and put in the back of a cop car and drove home, I'm guessing, or to jail. I don't know which one it was. I didn't have time to ask, really. But he got arrested, and the other dudes had no ride home. So they had to call up an Uber and Uber home, which was good because, they were all drunk. But I don't know. This just was the funniest thing to me because, like, karma was really on our side. Like, this asshole pulls up to the park with his friends, starts trouble, tries to fight me, push me down. He gets embarrassed as fuck because my friend basically rides him down the ramp like a skateboard. And then they leave in embarrassment, and their leader, or the dude that was just being a dickhead the most, gets arrested for trying to drunk drive. So yeah, needless to say, karma got that dude, and it was a bitch. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much where that story time ends. There's just one other story time from the crazy week and a half that I had recently. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Moral of this story is, don't be an asswipe like that dude was. And yeah, feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below, and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace. All my texts are unread.